Sug Knight goes on News Nation. He talks about how Reggie Wright forced this girl to have sex with him. Also, he talks about the Puff Daddy trial. Let's go.
The OAO, Sug Knight.
Yeah.
So tell us about Capricorn Clark and whether you believe she is a credible witness for the prosecution to make a racketeering case against Sean Diddy Combs.
Well, look, I say this all the time. Puffy and I are not friends, but Puffy should definitely walk. At the end of the day, how I know Capricorn and when I first heard about Capricorn, it was back when I was doing prison time. When I was doing prison time, he was a guy that didn't work for Death Row, but he was over the security company. This guy, Capricorn, broke his windshield in the back of his truck. He wanted her to pay for it. She couldn't pay for it. A guy named Reggie Wright Jr. told her, well, you got to have sex with me or you pay for it. So she couldn't pay for it, so he forced her to have sex with him, but they were still talking after that, right?
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that it was other executives that was involved in Puffy's life. And for Puffy to be the only guy that gets on the stand is a sad day for hip-hop. Because once Capricorn had got beaten up allegedly, and everybody said, well, she got her ass whooped. And when she was approached by an executive from Interscope, and you got to remember, Capricorn was the artist on Interscope. Puffy wasn't doing business with the guy in Interscope. If you guys want his name, I'll tell you. And when they talked to him, Interscope gave Capricorn $1 million, a check. But don't say nothing about the incident with her and Puffy. She got mad because she had to pay taxes on it. And she thought it was a settlement where she didn't have to pay taxes on it. So when Jimmy Iovine gave her that check, that's when all hell broke off. But at the same time, I don't think this is a case where Puffy should be going to prison. And
do you believe Capricorn is Capricorn believable with this story with Diddy?
This is what I do know. I was in New York. And when I was in New York, it was me and a limo driver. That's it. I'm at different spots, eating just by myself. I walked out, I see Capricorn, and I see another bitch. So those two hung out with me in New York, from restaurants to running around to doing whatever. So I don't know if the part that she was so scared of Puffy that they wouldn't talk to me, because I'm hanging out with them in New York, just us three. And I'm not here to badger nobody, but at the same time, when Reggie Wright Jr. basically made Capricorn, she said it over and over and over, I don't want to have sex with this fat or I don't know if I can cuss on here, or just have sex with the fat man.
Too late.
Okay, but they did. And she continued to be around, right? When it's all said and done, how could every person who's involved with Puffy is not on the stand? Except for Puffy. I get it. At some point, the law got to be blind.
I get it. Sug, thank you very much for giving us.
For sure. Go ahead. Last thing before I go, you got to remember, Death Row and the employees in Bad Boy was really good friends. A lot of them. Reggie Wright Jr. and the other guy that be with Puffy, I forgot his name, the other fat dude, right? But they called Reggie Wright Jr. to do security for Puffy and Biggie the night Biggie got shot. So I can't see that they will look at Capricorn affiliation with Death Row that bad and that type of threats. I'll be surprised. Gene, that's his name. Gene and Reggie Wright Jr. is great friends. So that's got to be understanding there's something there. We just can't jump to conclusions and say, throw Puffy under the bus. Like I said, him and I are not friends, but Puffy definitely should walk. What's right is right, wrong is wrong. You guys enjoy your day. Nice talking to you.
Sug, I appreciate it. We'll speak again. Thank you for your perspective.
Yeah, that's a hell of a perspective. Listen to what he said. Reggie Wright was doing security for Puff Daddy at the time Biggie got killed. Did he just implement Reggie Wright in Biggie Smalls' murder? Something to think about. Also, Reggie Wright forced himself on this girl. Now, as we know, Sug Knight and Reggie Wright is going at it right now, okay? Because Sug called him Porky, and he came back and fired at Sug, saying Sug was a homo doing homosexual shit. This shit is getting real interesting at this point. So what do you think? Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Yo, this exposed. The streets is talking.